So we are technically awake, but the baby does not want to get up. So here we lay snuggled at like 9:20 in the morning. But it's okay. We'll get up eventually and I'll show you guys what we're doing. Say good morning. Tabby say good morning. Say you're a super lazy, sleepy baby. You just want to give snuggles. Cheese. 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 Turned it off. That's what that button does. Say bye. Oh goodness, now you know how to turn it on and turn it off. Uh-oh, stop doing that. I don't know what that does. Get up. Can we get up, please? Oh, we need to wake up, please. Come on, lazy baby. Let's get up. You ready to get up? No. No. You sleepy baby. Come on, Bumby. Come on. What do you need? What do you need? You need to wake up, lazy baby. We got stuff to do with our days. We got stuff to do with our days. Uh-huh. Yeah, huh? You ready to get up now? Look at your cheese. Are you ready to get up? Are you ready to get up?
Bye.
Bye. Did your brother just scare you? Bub, I got you. Why do you keep hitting me with a pillow? Get her, Bubba. Bubba's gonna get you. Bubba's gonna get you.
I got you. This is a very slow morning. I think it's already like 9:30.
I know. She wouldn't get up. I've been sitting here going, Bud, come on, let's get up. And she goes, nuh-uh, nuh-uh.
No.
And she was laid out completely across me. Oh, like
that?
this. Yes, like this. Mm. Thank you for those kisses.
I got you.
What are you doing? Oh, now we're jumping on my bed. Think we're up. You gotta get up, dude. Look how gorgeous we look. We look like a hot mess.
I love bed.
You love bed? Is that what you just said? Guess we gotta do something. Talk to yourself.
I know that I did.
Morning, baby, in the camera. Good morning, baby, in the camera. Can you tell me a story? Thanks for joining the Ollie show.
Bye.
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 Bye. You want to push the button? You want to push the bye button? Push the bye button. Say bye. No, I said push the button.
Cheese.
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 Bye. Hey guys, welcome to our Tuesday. We are kind of wrapping up our 4-week block with our homeschool. We've been doing 4 weeks on, 1 week off, and we're kind of wrapping up this week, and then we have 2 weeks off because Passover is coming up, which is super duper exciting. One of our favorite times of the year here with the spring feast. So we're trying to wrap up some stuff this week as we're also winding down our school year. It seems like we just started a new year and now all of a sudden it's like another year yet getting wrapped up. Kind of crazy how all of that, just flies by. And then also being very, very forgiving with ourselves as the world seems to be, spinning out of control and there's chaos everywhere. But luckily for us, we have the hope in Christ that things are not spinning out of control, but yet they're falling perfectly into place. So taking all of that into account with our kids each day as we study God's Word and we discuss these things and we see how everything that we're seeing all around us is exactly like Scripture said it was. So no big surprises for us. I shared with you guys on Monday in our homemaker video how I am trying to focus on getting every space back to ready before I move on to the next space. Excuse the noise coming from my dryer and the baby singing the risers in the living room. But when we're home all of the time, which our family is used to anyways, but when you're home all the time and everybody's using the spaces all of the time and you're not being intentional about cleaning as you go and getting things set back to ready before moving on to do something else, things can get out of control very, very quickly. Also, I have been doing some home reno type projects over the past little bit. Honestly, we live by faith. We do not have incomes anymore. We are in ministry full time. So the Lord provides what we need when we need it, and it's not up to us. We have no control in the matter, which is fine. So that means a lot of things are a very slow process, but it's great because it allows me to keep my heart in check and not be turning these things into idols. So for the past 2 years, we have been slowly accumulating some of the things that we needed to take care of some things that the house needed. It was definitely a big heart check for me. I've always been I really turned home into an idol and home design and things like that. It's something that I really love. So keeping myself in check has been living in this home has been a big process for me. This is our 16th home in 16 years, and we've never lived anywhere longer than we've lived here. So for me, it was a really big process. And so being able to then slowly accumulate things that we needed to truly fit a need that needs to be taken care of versus me just wanting to do all of the things was a pretty big deal for me. So the hall bathroom, which is the kids' bathroom, our main guest bathroom, is what is getting tackled this week. We had a little bit of an incident over the weekend with some friends where the whole mirror, middle section of the mirror got knocked out and it was already kind of hanging on by a thread, but it got officially broken. So I was like, you know what? Now's the time we're going to tackle this. So yesterday we got everything gutted out. I got the ceiling scraped because we have popcorn ceilings in our house. It's awful. But I got the ceiling scraped, and then I got the where the ceiling and the wall meets going around the room. Usually when you scrape off popcorn ceilings, you find a lot of imperfections. That's why they were spraying popcorn ceilings, right? You didn't have to have everything perfectly smooth and lined up if you're going to spray it with popcorn texture anyways. So we find a lot of imperfections when you then go and take the popcorn off. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not going to freak out. Sorry, pal. I'm not going to freak out if, sorry, he just brought in our mail. If things aren't perfectly smooth, if there's a couple little bumps and things, to me, it isn't that big of a deal. So I don't super stress it. But one thing is the seam where the ceiling and the wall meets, you will often have a lot of little gaps and bumps and things like that. So I just take just a cheap thing of all-purpose caulking and put it in a gun and just go around and do that, wipe my finger over it to smooth it out. So last night I got that done. I got the walls pretty well wiped down from the debris that fell down from the popcorn ceiling. So today everything is ready for some primer and some paint. Hey, don't step on the dogs. Hey, no ma'am. Bun, don't step on the dogs. So you're going to be seeing a lot of painting, it looks like today. Stop. That's not nice. It also, here in North Carolina, this is where it's awful that this whole coronavirus thing is going around, because I swear nobody's going to know if it's just like the wonky weather or you're actually sick with something. Saturday was 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Crazy. We have dropped down 40 degrees since then, today. So it's cold and it's overcast, and I'm telling you, we all are feeling it. Everything was covered in pollen. The pollen was super high, and then now it's back to being super cold. It's just crazy and wonky. So the kids are like, I don't want to go outside today. It's freezing. So I don't know. We'll kind of figure it out. But lots of painting to do today. I also need to get the sink. We are refinishing the countertop that we already had with a tub and tile paint. It smells awful. So I want to paint it downstairs where I can, ventilate the space, then have it down there, because it's going to take 3 days, they say, to really let it cure before you install, anything on it and put it back in place. And there's no way it would be safe for 3 days up here with 4 kids running around. So I was going to have to stay downstairs. But lots of painting and stuff to get done today, so that way we can move into putting the flooring down. I'm going to show you guys what we're doing. Everything we're doing is super easy, super cheap. Very, very simple. It's not for any purpose other than, hey, we need to show the house some love. There's just stuff that gets worn out and has to be fixed up, and that's all we're trying to do. And then I figured I'd also share with you guys, because so many of you have asked me for so long, and since I'm doing bathroom stuff, it just kind of worked out. But you asked, like, what kind of makeup do I use? What kind of stuff do I have? And things like that I normally, I just don't pay a lot of attention to. And so I don't know if I've ever really actually talked about, but I figured I'd go ahead and share a couple of those things, just since I have all of our bathroom stuff pulled out right now. We're also in the middle of doing our bathroom as well. So right now we do not have a single bathroom that is intact and not in process. I had started the reno process in our bathroom over a year ago. So it's been a very, very, very slow process. And I had really started getting a lot of it done, but then we had to pause because we were waiting for something to come in. So then I did the girls' room. And then this week I was going to get back to our bathroom, but then this whole thing happened with the hall bathroom, and that needs to happen. So we don't have a single bathroom right now that's perfectly intact. Like our bathroom, we do have our sink still, and we have the toilet and the shower, but there's no mirror, and there really is no countertop space, because all of the supplies are being stored in our bathroom, because it's the only place that was safe from the baby. So it's also being stored in there, so you really can't move because everything is stacked up in there. And now in the kids' bathroom, I will show you, but it's just the toilet and the tub is the only thing that's in there at all. So it's kind of funky right now, but anyways, that's what I think we have on the docket for today. We will see. I can't think of anything else. I'm gonna go check and see what my kids are doing, because they got real quiet all of a sudden. What are you doing? I see why you're being so quiet. You got your sister's Legos that you're not supposed to have. Mm-hmm. Whose are those? Whose are those? Are those Gigi's? Is that Gigi's? You're not supposed to have that, are you?
Where's Gigi?
Yeah, where's Gigi?
Oh,
You trying to watch your back? I think I know what your sisters are doing, and they're going to be in trouble too. What are y'all doing?
watching this?
Are you supposed to be watching this?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Snooze. It's from 20 hours ago.
Child.
What?
Simple ways to handle emergency. Oh my gosh. What is this? 1, 2, 3, go?
Yes.
You girls are obsessed with this channel.
There are 4,000.
Yes, everyone
See,
watches the same.
this is what's wrong with the world today.
What? And coronavirus isn't here.
Coronavirus isn't
Do
here?
you have a little bit of lipstick? That's mine. You put more lipstick on, didn't you?
The girls found a lipstick container when we were cleaning out the
2.
bathroom. 2 lipstick containers.
They were both mine, as I can tell.
Of course.
Hey, everything that. And Gigi, this is what happens when you get a hold of lipstick. Okay, at least I can do that. No.
Come here, I'll help you. So not much different than what y'all saw last night, but sealing, everything has been completely scraped down. There's a few imperfections, but like I said, it doesn't really bother me. So I'll prime it and paint that. I've gone around and filled in the seams of all the edges with caulking, and you guys, you can fix so many problems when it comes to that. We did notice this was the old bar light. The light that goes in here will not be like that. The light used to be up here a little bit higher, which is where I need it to go back to. So I will need to put the wiring back up and through here. And then we'll patch that back in so that way that can move up. I did not get to do it last night, but I do need to put a little bit of patch there. When we pulled off that little cupboard thing that was up there, it totally ripped part of the wall off, so I got to fix that. But everything else has been scraped down and clean. There's a couple spots I'll hit with a sanding block today just to make sure before we prime it, kind of get all that taken care of. But otherwise, oh, and I'm gonna have Travis help me. That's some of the trim that is like nailed down into the ground with nails that are like that long, and it was killing me trying to get it up. So he can help me with that later. And yeah, we'll get everything painted. And it's amazing how just a simple coat of paint makes such a difference. So that's the plan to get that part done at least today. Y'all look like a bunch of TV zombies. This thing is sucking your brain out. How much is this almost over? Okay, I will let you finish this, but then you need to put it back on music because we do not... excuse you. No, we don't just get on here and you know that. It's music in the morning because you're not supposed to be on here watching TV anyways. Oh my word. So since we currently have no mirrors in the house, my mom made a mirror for our daughter Virginia and then one for Lily. Virginia's nickname is Pickle though, and she put their names up on it. So these are going up in their room. But right now I had to put this up in my window to get ready. Don't mind the paint. I haven't scratched off yet. But getting ready with a mirror right there in a window with the light coming in was kind of amazing. I don't think we realize how well we can't see until you have like natural light coming in. It was pretty cool, not gonna lie. I might have to keep a mirror up in my window from now on. So I kind of feel like this is a really silly topic to talk about, but I know so many of you have asked me. And so like I said, since I've got all of my bathroom stuff pulled out anyways, I might as well share before I go change and get in and start painting. I used to be super duper addicted to all of the makeup things. I loved all of the stuff. I used to be like a makeup junkie. I spent so much money. Dior was my favorite. It was ridiculous the money that I spent. And then when our lives changed, we really walked away from stuff. I really scaled down to different things. And then I went for a long period where I completely stopped wearing any makeup at all. And to be honest, when I became pregnant with Olivia, I I don't know, from being a teen mom, I think is where a lot of it stems from, but I get very, very insecure when I'm pregnant and have a lot of kind of issues and problems when I go through all of that. And so when I started going in for doctor's appointments, I started putting some makeup on again because I don't know, I just felt completely insecure. Like, I don't know, that's a whole different topic. Anyways, I would get dressed up a little bit nicer and I'd put on some makeup when I'd go in for these appointments. And my husband made the comment, he was like, oh, you look nice. I kind of miss, you know, not that it's a problem for me to not wear makeup, but he was like, I kind of miss when you would, you know, just, you know, put a little effort into getting ready, whatever. And so I was like, you're right. I should probably put a little more, again, not that we have to, but it is kind of nice sometimes to feel a little more polished, I guess. So my routine that I try to do is incredibly simple, incredibly basic, but it helps me to feel a little more polished and put together. Everybody's different. You do what you got to do, but this is what I do. This is what I use and have been using for the past couple of years. Again, cheapest, most inexpensive. I do believe in what we put on our skin. And so I'm not a fan of some of the stuff that we have, but I can't afford the other stuff that would be better quality. So I just use it sparingly and it is what it is. Whatever, I'm not going to get into that now. To wash my face, I just use a microfiber cloth with water, and then I have a little bottle where I have diluted half water, half apple cider vinegar, and then I put that on a cotton ball and rub that on my face, and then either you can put a little bit of coconut oil on to moisturize. I actually currently have a like all natural, it was from Grove. I don't remember what kind it is actually. I could go check, but you know what, let me just check, hold on. Okay, this makes more sense. So I have my microfiber cloth, which is from E-Cloth that I love, that I wash my face off. It takes all the makeup off, all of the things. I just get it wet in the shower at night, scrub my face down. And then I do have my friend Spoiled Me with Tarte, who I love their products. I shared these with you guys before on one of the lives, but she bought me their Rainforest of the Sea Deep Sea Collagen Super Serum. This stuff is amazing and it makes your skin feel super cool. I totally baby it and just use a couple drops at a time. And even still, look how low my bottle is. I think I've had it for a couple months now though. And I put this on just in the evening. So in the evening, I wash my face off with my microfiber cloth and just water. Then when I get out of the shower, I put a couple drops of this on my face. And then I have this moisturizing. Can you guys see it? I don't know if my thing's focusing. Hello, camera, focus. It's probably not focusing, is it? No, it really doesn't want to focus. No, okay, it's really not going to focus. I'm trying. But this Babo Botanicals Miracle Moisturizing Cream. It was the cheapest one they had on Grove. I got a thing where I got to get on and order something. And I just put a little tiny bit on and I still have over half of a container here. But if you don't have this, you could totally just use some coconut oil. And then I got this little thing from Dollar Tree, this little dispenser, and I fill it up with half Bragg's apple cider vinegar, fill up the rest with water, shake it up real good, and then it's got the little pump on the top, so I just put a cotton ball on it, push a couple times, and rub that on my face. I do that every morning, and then put on a little more tiny bit of moisturizer, and that's what I use to keep my skin clean. Not that it's perfect, but it's what I use. So this little bag here is my makeup bag that I have had for a million years. And let me show you what I have in it. Let's see, I'll show you my process. I feel like this is so shallow and silly, but I normally love this CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. They were out of it and I've practically run out. There's like a little squirt left in here, so I hold on to it. Normally I love just to use the BB cream. I just rub a little on my face and go with it. But like I said, since they were out of that, I had to go ahead. The next cheapest thing that they had there was this Rimmel Stay Matte cream. I thought it was a BB cream when I grabbed it because it looked like similar, so I thought that's what I grabbed. It isn't. This is like a regular, it's a much thicker liquid mousse foundation. It's a lightweight shine control. So what I do with this is I have all of these old brushes. I used Bare Essentials for forever, and I do love Bare Essentials products. I just can't afford them, so I have one container of Bare Essentials that I use very, very sparingly. I literally only pull it out from time to time. But what I do with this is I just put a little pea-size thing of this on my finger. I take this brush and tap it in and do any of, like, I get spots. I've got some dark spots and different scarring and things, so I do put a little bit thicker on that area because I don't use concealer or anything like that. And then I just have a big brush that I take the rest and I just put a dab kind of in each spot and then just kind of rub it around with the brush. Just because this is thicker. If I'm using the BB cream, which is my preferred, and hopefully by the time summer really hits, I'll be back to having that, I just put it on my fingers, rub it around like a lotion, and call it a day. Very, very simple with that. And then I go ahead, just because, especially with the humidity and stuff, my face just gets so oily, so I use this Airspun Loose Face Powder. And I'll try to link these things down below if I remember to do it. But I just put a little bit of this on the brush and just put a little bit of powder around. This stuff's been around since 1935. My aunt used to always use it, and I'd play with it in her bathroom. She had like this big glass container she kept hers in. And so it smells like that, and I don't know, I kind of like it. So I put a little bit of that on, and then after I do that, I use this e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. e.l.f., it's super cheap. It's like $2. I let nail technicians strip my eyebrows down to those tiny little shapeless eyebrows that were so popular for so long, that my eyebrows need a little help. They are very, very sparse. So I do fill in my eyebrows a little bit with that, which if any of you have been around my Instagram for a while, you remember me sharing that process because I was totally having eyebrow envy. So I put a little bit of that on, and then I have this very cool, exciting box. My friend, when she spoiled me and gifted me with this amazing face serum from Tarte, which Tarte products she totally has sold me. I'm totally a believer on their stuff now. Hopefully one day I can afford it because it's really awesome stuff. It's all vegan, like it's really cool. And they do have a lot of sales, so she really is smart with her shopping and she gets stuff for a great deal. But she got me this. Hold on, I even keep the little protective sheet on it. But she got me this, this set of palettes. So I use the bronzer and blush that they have in here with a little bit of highlighter. So I put a little bit of something on my cheeks. Again, I don't do very much, you guys. I'm really not that exciting. And then I've got the different eyeshadows on here. Oh, look at, you guys can see what I'm holding my camera up with. See, can of primer and tomatoes. That's what's keeping the camera in place today. So I put a little bit of something on my cheeks. I have just a cheap, I think this was e.l.f. too, just a cheap angled brush from e.l.f. that I put that on with, a little bit of eyeshadow, curl up my eyelashes, and then I am using the Tarte. I got a sample of this Man Eater mascara. My friend Lex is always bragging about this. She's like, I'm telling you, I love it. Now that I got the sample in this, I love it. It's really amazing. This cool little kit also came with like a little individual thing, so you can pop those palettes out and it like magnetically attaches in here, so you can like throw it in your purse or whatever to touch up your makeup. I don't do that. And it also comes with this sparkly Busy Gal gloss. I put it on one time and I felt like a child, so I don't wear that. I put it on my girls from time to time, but I don't wear that. So in my makeup bag, I do have my old mascara, which was just an e.l.f. Again, like the cheapest possible thing ever. An e.l.f. mascara, and I did have an e.l.f. Bronzer and blush is what I typically use. But like I said, I'm spoiled right now with the Tarte stuff from my friend. And then what else do I have in here? I have a tiny bit left of this perfume, Viva La Juicy perfume that I love, that I bought like 3 years ago. And I rarely put it on. I'm trying to save down my last little drop. So that's what I have there in my bag. And then I do, oh, it fell down to the bottom. Hold please. I do have, again, I had the whole Bare Essentials brush set, so I do have a brush that I use for my eyeshadows. But that's what I have in my cool little pack here. That's my super duper simple, easy, cheap, little bit of something just to kind of even out my skin. The more time I spend outdoors, the more my skin will kind of naturally even itself out. So usually summertime, I wear less stuff, where wintertime I feel like when my skin is like really, really pale, you can see how blotchy and all my different little scars and marks and stuff that I have, especially on like my jawline right here at my neck. I've got a couple dark spots and different things that, I don't know, I kind of like to put a little something on, but I feel like those really kind of even themselves out the more time that I spend outside. So hopefully with the weather getting warmer, I'll be doing a little bit more of that. A little bit of mascara, a little bit of eyeshadow, filling my brows a little bit, and a little tiny something, which you probably can't even tell, but there is a little something on my cheeks to kind of help fill it in. And that's it. Super simple. Those are all of my products. The apple cider vinegar water mixture on your face, you guys, you might smell a little funky, but you get used to it. And it's only for a little bit when you first do it. Once it dries, it doesn't smell anymore. This has made my skin amazing. So I've totally been loving that. And yeah, Tarte products. If I could afford to have all of the things, I probably would, because it's just is so good for your skin. I'm really, really enjoying that, but I can't afford all that. So I'm just super, super duper being careful using a little bit of my my serum here. But that is all of the stuff that I keep in the bathroom. That's my go-to stuff. So when we get the cupboard painted that I took out of the kids' bathroom and put back up in our bathroom so I can go back to getting ready in my bathroom, that's what I will use for that. I don't use hair products, so I don't have any. From time to time, if my hair needs something, I'll do like an olive oil mask or coconut oil or something like that, just to give it a little something. But I don't put anything in my hair. I do own a hair straightener that my mom gave me. My hair straight. And I think I have 2 curling irons. I do have one fat one and one thin one, but I rarely ever use them. So I do own them. I have them in there. I own a blow dryer. I don't use that either. But it's kind of one of those things that I've held on to, because you never know when like some random thing will happen that you actually need to use a blow dryer for. So I do own them, but I don't use them. And then we have one brush that our entire family uses, so it can't get lost and no one can put it out of place. But other than that, that's really all of the bathroomy things that we even own. I'll show you for sure when we get the bathrooms finished and I put everything back into place. I'll show you guys for sure all of the things that we have, but this is my go-to, what I need to get ready. If we were to travel and go somewhere, that's what I'd toss in my bag. Really super simple, easy, minimal, cheap type of a thing. So I'm going to go put the stuff back up over there, since I'm getting ready in my window right now, and go get kids fed, make sure they're good to go, and then start painting. Alright, ceiling is primed and painted and trimmed out. I went ahead and put some primer over like that dark green that was there on that spot, and started, I'm gonna need a couple coats because there was so much spilt paint on the wooden trim that I'm gonna have to go ahead and I'll cover that up and paint it white. I will paint the door last. But all of that is done. I have the covers to everything that will get cleaned up before I put everything back on. But now I'm gonna show you guys this handy dandy tool I got that I'm going to try, and then I can get in here and paint all of the walls. They will all be a real light gray. So I got this off of Amazon. I don't know, you guys have probably seen stuff like this advertised on like Pinterest and Facebook and stuff like that. But I got it, I'll try to link all these things down below if I remember. It was maybe 20 bucks. But what you do is you just pour the paint and everything into the roller, put it on, and just roll straight from here. So I thought that was kind of cool. I have a pre-mixed gray paint that I got on clearance for $5, and I am going to mix that. That's pretty cool. I'm going to mix. Oh, I thought it was broken. I'm going to mix the gray with a little bit of white. Look, it even comes with the edge trimmer as well, and the hole. So I'm going to go ahead and mix and probably do like half gray, half white, just to get that real soft white color. Oh, and it has this for the corners. That's cool. It comes with all of that. So that's the plan, Stan. We'll see how exactly we get it done. But the plan being, oh, that is cool. Little resting tray. That is the plan, though. So that way we have that, like, you know, real soft gray is what I'm trying to say. And then they've got this here to measure it out. So I think equal parts will probably do the trick. Hold on, though. Say good morning. It's now the next day. We didn't finish vlogging yesterday because some of us were busy painting and doing other things. So you guys get like a 2 days in one vlog.
I did.
Hi. I should have grabbed my camera and shown you guys the sunrise this morning because it was gorgeous, but it didn't.
You're goofy.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to our Wednesday. Like I said, you're getting a 2-day, one vlog type setup today. Painted yesterday, show you guys where that got. I've got a few touch-up things that need to happen today as far as the bathroom. But first, Daddy has a doctor's appointment. It was supposed to be Monday, but then his brother was sick. We don't have a car, so we have to rely on other people. It just makes everything crazy and stressful. His brother's feeling better today. We're getting to the doctors because Brandon has been in some of the most intense pain. It's been so awful for him. So we're gonna get him to the doctors real quick, then come back, try to get some stuff done. Today I want to try to finish painting. Yesterday I sanded the sink for the bathroom, so today I can go ahead and put the first coat of paint, or I can put both coats of paint on that, and then try to get some stuff done. All right, guys, here it is. I actually ended up not cutting when I actually opened the gray up and put a little on the wall, because it is this real light gray. I went ahead and I didn't cut it down with any white. So I left it the gray that it truly was in the can. So I used that crazy roller that you put, oh, no. Thank you for helping. Thank you for helping. So I did use, sorry guys, I got you all over the place. This crazy roller that I got off Amazon that you put the paint right into it and just roll it. A bit of a learning curve. So it was a little bit fuller than it probably should have been. And so I did get a couple places where it got a little out of control and I ended up with some bumps. I don't know if you can see that up on the ceiling. So I've got to touch that up. And do a couple things here, but I think color-wise, I don't know if you can, I think it's turned out pretty good. So we're gonna do some touch-up today, hopefully get the toilet taken out, pull up this old flooring and lay the new flooring down, is my thoughts. Why do you have this? No, ma'am. I don't know why your sisters put your brother's toothbrush on the back of the toilet. That's kind of awful. Okay, so now the baby's just getting into everything. So touch up in there, clean up a little bit, take out the toilet, lay down the new flooring. Those are all of the things that I would like to try to get done, so that way we can get that put back together. And then that means tomorrow I can build the new vanity that the sink is going to sit on. I just obviously want to let the sink sit down. I say 3 full days for it to cure. So if we get it painted today and then at the end of the week, we can go ahead and Saturday we can get everything like put back together is the goal anyways. So that's what we've got going on. I'm doing a somewhat decent job keeping the house in order while doing projects. It's not great, but it's something. And we're also dealing with our dogs are used to a raw food diet, which is, I'm a firm believer, is the best thing for dogs to be eating. Unfortunately, with everything going on with coronavirus, meat is very difficult to find, and all the stores around us are rationing it, so you can only buy so much. So feeding 4 dogs every day, because there's our 2, my brother-in-law's, and then my brother's dogs. We have 4 dogs here, so we go through a lot of we use like leg quarters, chicken. We couldn't get any, so our dogs are having to eat like regular dog food, which has made them all very sick. So poor Travis was up at like 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock this morning with one of the dogs. Our poor dogs are all having like a very, very hard time adjusting. So hopefully we can go back to being able to get them meat here soon. We just can't right now, so we're having to kind of make do. So trying to keep up with all of the things, you know, with that included. So it's been fun, but we're gonna get to the doctors and catch you guys up later. Somebody is up from her nap and is cranky.
This looks
No cranky.
I see it. Yeah, having chocolate chip.
We're making just
Mom
one.
decided
I just
to
need
be-
one. You
oh.
take the other.
Mom decided to be amazing and make a chocolate.
Lily says mom decided to be amazing. So you want to be an amazing mom? Make your kids chocolate chip cookies. We got home from the chiropractor and made lunch. Daddy's feeling. Oh my gosh, your eye. She wants a little lick. Can you give her a little piece? Look at this black eye Olivia has. Let's see if it'll show up. Can you guys see that eye right there? Oh my word, child. So apparently it's self-inflicted. Apparently she did that yesterday to herself. And it was super swollen up last night. Can you stop? And so it's getting a little bit better. What are you doing? You've got me like all goofed up here. So anyways, she's got a big boo-boo eye, huh? You got a boo-boo eye. 16 years nearly that we've been parents, and this is the first time one of our kids have ever had a black eye. So no, you guys have gotten like kind of dinged up a little bit, but never anything like this. So we are making, yeah, you bumped your eye too. Okay, how about you guys stop hurting yourselves? We are making some cookies because it is cold out, and I don't know, I want to just curl up in a ball and like watch TV and do nothing, but I really need to finish the bathroom. So I thought, well, maybe if we like eat some cookies, that will just make.
No blue jackets.
Like, okay,
I'm gonna be way mad.
Stop. We can't remember what we're saying because we get interrupted all the time. Cookies are my end-all be-all fix-it to everything. So homemade cookies are in the oven now. I'm going to go down because my husband has a podcast he wants to do. So I'm going to have to go do that. Still have to record my Heaven video. I haven't done that yet for our Seeing the Unseen study. But then I need to get up and somehow finish the bathroom.
And it's baking.
So, yeah, our video today might just be, our video that posts from yesterday and today might just be me not recording anything else until later tonight, and I'll show you what I get done. Sometimes projects take longer, especially when there's a million things going on and we get stopped all the time. I did peek in. We have one thrift store. Shh, stop. we have one thrift store that has stayed open through all of this quarantining. And so we did peek in there to see if by chance they had a mirror, because I really need a mirror for our bathroom after my husband's appointment today. I know, I saw it. And she said that they think they have one that might be exactly what we're looking for, that was in like there's like unit in the back that they like process all the donations through. And so they are going to go peek later today, see if they have it, and call me if so. And they're doing, it was the Salvation Army is the only one who's open, and they're doing everything 50% off. So if we could get a real big mirror for a couple bucks, that would be really super cool.
Wait, does that mean toys are 50% off?
You're not getting any toys, so it doesn't matter if toys are. Yeah. I don't know what else I'm saying, but we need snuggles while the cookies bake. Huh? You doing okay? No.
Just threw chocolate
You
chips
say bye? Bye.
Mom, I threw
All right, it is way later in the afternoon than I thought I would be. I finally made it here, but I'm in my newly gray bathroom. I like it. Paint can be tricky. Sometimes until it dries, you're not too sure. Now that it's dry, I really like it. So it's way later in the day than I wish I was starting this, but I'm starting it now. It is freezing cold and the wind is like, it's awful outside right now. So I'm going to touch up paint in here. I'm going to get the flooring pulled out, hopefully lay the new flooring as well. We'll see. I've still got to like do some trim and a couple other things like that. I did not get to paint the countertop yet, which I'm really bummed about, but it's also so much colder right now in the basement, that we're really pushing it as far as like the best temperatures to be painting at. And it's supposed to, our weather is supposed to like jump back up another like 10, 15 degrees tomorrow. So I'm kind of like, maybe we'll just wait and I'll do it tomorrow. It means another day. We have to wait for it to be totally dried, but it is what it is. I don't want to put all of that on it just for it to be too cold for it to set right anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in on all of this and hopefully get this all done. But I really like the way it's coming out. I did notice our walls where the wall meets the ceiling. Yes, it's funky from where you scrape off the popcorn ceiling, but even with my caulking it and everything, are just old house things are wonky. Things are really not well lined up. So it was really hard to get like a good crisp trim line. So I'm going to be putting up a very simple basic molding in our bathroom. So I'm thinking that I'm not really going to stress the fact that it didn't line up perfect in here, and I will just add the trim to the top in this bathroom as well. Both of our bathrooms are really small, which is super cool. One, because cleaning's easy, but two, because doing anything in here is pretty inexpensive because there just isn't that much to do. So I'm thinking I'm honestly not gonna stress the fact that things aren't lining up perfectly. I'll just put up a little piece of trim and call it a day, and just let it be what it is. So those are my kind of thoughts on that. I might do one more coat of paint on the ceiling too, because looking at it today, I don't know, there's a couple areas that, I might just do one more coat. So I'm going to get to work, and hopefully the last video I'll have to show for you guys today will be like here in a couple hours and be like, voila, look, things look so much better. So fingers crossed that's what happens. Might not, but I'm really hoping it is. So okay, so it's probably going to be the abrupt end to this 2 days vlog. I just got the flooring up. We did the touch-up paint. All of that, things are looking great. Just going to pull up the flooring and put the new flooring down. I don't know why I didn't assume this, because this is what happened in our master bathroom when we pulled up the flooring. We haven't laid down the new stuff yet, but when we pulled it up, mold. Our subfloors are in awful condition. There is mold. And this house is so old. Lord knows the last time the grimy stuff that was in there when it was even put down. So we will now be remedying the mold situation in the bathroom, which means our main bathroom, the kids' bathroom, is going to be completely out of commission for the next little bit while we get the mold and everything taken care of. I guess I should have assumed that that was going to be the problem. I guess there were so many other like cosmetic. What are you doing? Cosmetic. You're like, I'm going to drop you. You're hanging all the way back. There were so many other issues in that bathroom that I was really focused on those that the flooring, like it was ugly, but it was in good condition. Like it was all intact. So I guess I just assumed that underneath it wouldn't be disgusting and awful, but it's disgusting and awful. So we will now be tackling mold and then hopefully getting to finish the process of all of the things. So to date, it being Wednesday already, the only thing that's happened is I've gutted the bathroom, I've pulled up the flooring, I've repainted the walls, scraped the popcorn off the ceiling. Hold on, you can't go in there. No. It's yucky. You can't go in there. No, you can't come in here, honey. It's too yucky. Yeah, it's yucky. We can't go in there. Sorry. Scraped the popcorn off the ceiling, repainted the ceiling. I put a second child, and of course the baby is on fire this week. I did put another coat of paint on the ceiling and on the walls to touch everything up. What is wrong? You're just fussy. Can we not? Girls, this is really loud. Okay, abrupt end, bathroom's a mess, nothing's done. I'll try to vlog tomorrow, guys. I just gotta go do these things. So, see y'all tomorrow. You wanna say bye?